My name is Bert Hurlbut. I'm in charge of building this beautiful hospital. And right now we're standing on the roof we call the 3R roof, standing right next to what we consider the jewel of this project. This dome, about 11,000 square feet of glass, it'll be about 65 feet above the atrium, is going to allow natural light to suffuse into the atrium area itself. And we tell everyone that if natural light is healing, we're going to heal people really fast in this hospital. There's an awful lot of it. It's been a long time making to get to where we are right now. There's about 400 pieces of glass that make up the dome, most of which are about 5 feet by 5 feet, weigh, pushing around 300 pounds. All the weight of the glass is around 55 tons, so it is substantial. The support system underneath it are a series of tubes that lattice over this way, lattice over the opposite way. There's about 90 tons of steel that comprise the support system for the dome. And we're building this dome exactly the same way that Brunelleschi built Il Duomo in Florence, Italy, 500–600 years ago. And as much as they had to build false work up from the ground to support the arches or the support work until it was all in place, and it wants to push out. And the thing that keeps it all together is this very large tube on the edge, and it's called the collector ring or the tension ring. So this tube is continuous all the way around. It's supported in about 15 places, all of them predetermined, all of it engineered, and that's what makes this particular dome work. If it's overhead glass and there's people going to be underneath it, the first piece of glass that you look at when you're looking up is actually safety laminate glass. If there's two pieces of glass with a safety film plastic in between them, so in case that glass breaks, it will not fall down and shower down on the people below it. Then there's an airspace which makes up the thermal pane so that we have not too much heat going out, not too much cold coming in, and then the top piece of glass. When you put together any waterproofing glass membrane or outside of wall or anything, you always want two forms of defense to make sure water won't get in. The first one is there's going to be caulk between each one of these pieces of glass. The second one is this actual channel here, so that if water does get past that caulk, let's say it deteriorates over a number of years or it gets damaged or whatever, well, water's actually going to get into this channel, come out this way, should not get into the atrium area itself. We should be dry for the next 50 years. The glass is very high performance glass, that it's got a very high efficiency, which takes out, I'm going to guess, probably in the high 90s, if not 99% of the UV light that would actually pass through it. In addition to that, it's thermopane so that it stops heat transmission in and out. And then the actual bottom piece of glass, which is part of the safety laminate, is fritted. And if you look carefully, you see a series of dots, and that's going to help diffuse the light that actually comes in it. It's going to be a nice diffused light that's going to come through. If you're in the atrium itself, you can look through the glass, through the dome itself, look up at the four pods around you, or you could actually be up at the top through some of these collector hallways up top, the public hallways, looking down through the atrium and seeing our fountain of light, our liquid light down at the bottom. And it's going to change all throughout the day, that as the sun tracks over the top or as lights are coming on at night, different light is going to be getting down to this liquid light piece of art. And it's going to be pretty exciting. The dome is the actual jewel of this particular project. That it's probably around November or so this year is when the dome is going to be complete. Once that happens, all the scaffolding from underneath it is going to be removed.